Okay, let's start with watercolors. I have mentioned that in 2018 I wanted to start doing a garden journal with watercolors, and I had used a very cheap set of watercolors and brushes all year long to make sure it was something I enjoyed and wanted to do, and I did splurge just a little. I did some research thanks to a channel called Burgess Taylor. She recently shared her favorite watercolor channel called Mind of Watercolor, and he goes into wonderful discussions about paper, brushes, and watercolor paint. So per his recommendation, I decided to go with the M. Graham primary set. Also, my neighbor is currently taking a watercolor class, and he is helping me learn how to mix paints and just work with the primary sets. And these were much more affordable than like a Daniel Smith, and they have just good reviews. So I am going to start with those. I also wanted a little travel kit, and I saw several on Etsy. And this young lady, Hydrocolor, it's a store on Etsy. These are made right here in the Tampa Bay area, and they're made with Florida honey. And look how tiny and cute they are. And I bought pretty much every color she had in clearance because I will probably transfer some of these into pans and make another little travel palette. But how fun is that? Locally made watercolors. And then this is the brush, one of the brushes that is recommended on the Mind of Watercolor channel, so I invested in a slightly nicer brush, and we will see how that works for me. I haven't tried any of these yet. And the lovely lady at Hydrocolor sent me this little brush rest decorated for with Christmas colors as just a little gift inside my purchase. So isn't that cute? Okay, this next set of items are gifts from a family member that recently spent several weeks in China and knows that I love stationery, and he went to Hong Kong among other places and said that he saw stationery shops everywhere, and so he picked up a few things for me, and I thought he did a fantastic job not knowing anything about the stationery that I use. So I got this beautiful wooden postcard from China. Isn't that lovely? Some fun washi tapes. I can't wait to get into these. They have some very interesting patterns. Let me show you. We have some mountains here. And this looks like some houses in this one. Fun. And then this is a beautiful scenic. I think this is gorgeous. It's like water scenes. I love it. He also brought me some Chinese calligraphy brushes, which I love because I've been wanting to play with those. And then because I love tea, he brought me some various tea flavors and some apple candy. And also these stationery packs, which have both the envelopes and the stationery paper. They look very pretty. So I'll be using these this year. This is my Shop Small Saturday haul. I went to my favorite local stationery shop, the Paper Seahorse, and I bought several things. I got some Harney Paris tea. I love this. I got one of these writing boards because I'm going to be watercoloring in my Midori Traveler's Notebook. I thought it'd be good to have a good surface. And I also got this rifle paper calendar that I'm really excited. I'm planning to use this for something involving my garden this year. So more to come on that. And if you spent a certain amount of money there on Saturday, you got all these pins by Rifle Paper. Are they great? I love the one that says write more letters. And last but not least, I wanted to share some very special gifts that were given to me over the past several weeks for various occasions and events. I had met Dina from Global Pen Pal. I think you guys know her. She's on Instagram. She came down to Tampa for a letter writers meetup, and she brought me this beautiful ornament with a seahorse. Isn't that pretty? And she also had a little bag full of goodies. She made this, which is gorgeous, and some samples of this wonderful paper cuts stationery, which is wonderful. At another meetup, I went to a Midori and another letter writers meetup in November. And what happens at those things, we swap stationery, and also it's held at the Paper Seahorse, and the owner of the Paper Seahorse often gives us little goodies. So as far as the swap, I was able to get a sample of this beautiful papier plume ink that one of the attendees, Skylar Hand, picked up on a recent trip to New Orleans. It was lovely. And we got a little goodie bag with all types of fantastic things. Here's a little clip, a little alligator clip. You can see that. I love that. Isn't that great? Little stickers, some vintage Florida postcards, and I love this sticker set here that I got as well. And then the owner, Tona Bell, at the Paper Seahorse, makes all kinds of beautiful things with paper, and she taught us how to make these little trees, and she made this beautiful garland for me, which I'll put up in my studio shortly. And then she also included some samples of Tomoe River paper, so I'm going to probably put that in a notebook, a junk journal. And then a friend of mine gave me a copy of Flow magazine and these beautiful diary notebook set here. This is really pretty. I have some ideas of what I'm going to do with this, so I'm going to be thinking about that. But that's the haul, and I hope you enjoyed. I had a great time buying and receiving all these things, and I will see you later. Bye.